So we lose a lot of flexibility if you don't use it. You lose a type of scenario. Um, it also plays into balance as well. You need a bit of flexibility there. You need to be flexible to exercise without pain. It just makes you feel better in general.
Yeah, and I want to go back to flexibility to say, people will say, but what do I have to do do I have to stretch? And most people do not stretch. So
Very few people.
yeah, so if you want, you can do Pilates or yoga. Absolutely brilliant. You can go to classes and people will stretch you, so they help you stretch. So absolutely. But if you don't go to these classes, you, at least the one thing you have to do is to go sit on the floor, because to get on the floor you have to be a little bit flexible. And if you sit with your hips open and let them fall, then that makes your hips flexible. So, and the moment you get up, you will stretch. So if you do nothing at all, just sit on the floor as much as you can with legs open.
No, and things like lower back pain and other issues are so common these days, and it helps a lot if you can sit on the ground in a flex position with things like that, and
Yeah.
prevent lower back issues as well.
Yeah. If so, maybe before we go off the topic and maybe move on to stability. The other thing that you can maybe do is if you want to do a stretch at home, is to just put your leg on the couch. So you put your back leg on the back rest, and then your knee on where the seat is, and you just other foot just forward, and just that little bit of flexibility, so that you're actually stretching what we call the hip flexors. That opens you up, that you don't become one of those old people that walk behind their knees because the hips can actually straighten out.
Yeah, and a proper deep squat sit is also a nice move for flexibility in the hips as well.
Yeah, and that brings it all back together. Is actually that person in the Brazilian study where you actually sit on the ground and have to get up.
Yes.
That brings that whole circle together. And again, it is actually so simple, but people don't do it.